I don't give a crap or a crunch. But ladies, before you date a man, start asking certain questions of what type of abilities and qualities that you need that man to have in order to date you or be with you. Because there's no point of just giving something that you don't really want a chance. Like, for example, if you're the type of woman that you need a man to know his way around a car, then get you a man that a mechanic or know a lot about cars or know how to work on cars. See, some people act like just because we're men, it's almost as if we can't be perfect or we can't have flaws. You know what I mean? Every woman expect every man to know how to be a man, but they think being a man means. I feel like a female feel like being a man means knowing how to do stuff and being great with your hands. Now, I ain't gonna lie, 90% man that handy or knows a lot about cars, good, great for them. I would love to be a fucking mechanic, but at the same time, you know, that's just not one of the qualities that I was good at. Um, a lot of men would love to be great at working on cars and great at doing handiwork around the house, this, that, and the third. But if you know that's not that type of man, he's not a mechanic, he's not um, great with his hands, like as far as fixing things or a handy type of man. And if you need that type of man to be able to do like the the handiwork around the house, we're not talking about the yard or nothing like that. We're talking about um, like just knowing how to just put a simple thing together. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just not good at that. You know what I mean? But that's the reason why they have Google, YouTube. That's the reason why y'all women are a man's mate. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to be there to help each other. But if not, that's the reason why you have other people that you can pay to do it for you if you don't know how to do something. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, as a man, you should at least want to learn how to do things, but that's just as a man or a woman. You should at least want to learn how to do it too as well or help each other. But there's no man on earth that's just going to be great at cars or fixing cars, and there's no man on earth just going to be great at all the masculine things around the house. Now, let's just talk about the basic things. I feel like every man should know how to do basic things, like, for example, clog a toilet, paint, paint a wall, putty a hole over, cover up a hole in the wall, dump the trash, cut the grass, simple things. But changing an engine or motor or this, that, and the third, or building a car, y'all want to expect a man to build a car, fucking make a house out of gold and diamonds. And just, not every man is going to be great at this, that, and the third, but we're going to know a little something. We're going to know how to get the help. We're going to know how to go about it if we can't do it with our hands or ourselves. Not some men ain't great at talking. Some men ain't great at expressing their feelings. Some man is not great at doing yard work, but they can do housework. Some people ain't great about. Some men ain't great at giving massages, but they're great in the bed. They're a great kisser. They're a great dresser. They good at doing your laundry. They good at doing little things. They good at laying down towel. Um, they just good at other things. You know what I mean? They good at electricity. You know, they good at doing construction. Just not every man is gonna be able to just be handy. Not every man is gonna be electrician. It's not every man is gonna be a macho man. You know what I mean? That's the reason why sometimes some people are doing security and some people are cops. Some people are lawyers and some people are just plain old liars. Pick your poison, but ask your questions of the type of qualities and abilities that man needs to know how to do. You can't ask that man to know how to drive when he's in a wheelchair, but you're dating him. You can't ask that man to be higher and greater at something that he's not when he get an SSI check or he's low on income or this, that, and the third. You can't ask for these particular things from a man when he ain't never learned it from home. Dad ain't never taught it. And just never been good at it. You know what I mean? You gotta learn how to just accept people for who they are and what they are. You ain't good at something, you're just not good at something. You know, that's just like a woman knowing she want a tall man, but when a short guy come around and knowing that she prefer taller men, but when she see that guy that's doing everything that he's supposed to do, but you mean tell me you don't want him because you prefer taller men, or vice versa? If you're a woman that just don't care or you prefer a shorter man for whatever reason, um, you know, get what you get, you know, or don't be too picky, or it's okay to simmer down your standards, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that, it's just that the world is not perfect, you're not perfect, and if you're reaching for something that's impossible for you to get, you're gonna be reaching for the wrong guy all the time. Vice versa for a woman that's, I mean, the man that's trying to reach for a Beyonce, for example, just something that just extremely too hard up out of your reach when you know you ain't got the credentials or the money to keep that woman happy. You know what I mean? Um, get what you get, love who you love, treat people with love and respect, but don't overcome your boundaries. Don't expect a man to be something that he never showed you he was, regardless if you dated him before or afterwards. And that's it. God bless.